This is Rachel Garrett coming to you live from Albany, New York, Akashic Angels. I'm so excited to be here. How's everybody doing with this super hot heat wave? We go from snow to 90 degrees. New York can never make up its mind. That's what I'm learning. Maybe it's because our horse track season has begun up here and we're trying to make sure our horses are okay. So for today, I'm going to be taking some callers. But before I take a caller, I thought I might read a prayer from the Prayers of the Seven Sacred Flames. This is a really great book. I love it a lot. So I'm going to pick any prayer that comes out for our best and highest good for the collective consciousness. Let's see what prayer wants to come forward. Okay then. Peace affirmations from the Archangels Uriel and Aurora. So I'm going to read it real quick. So I am the gentle rain of peace. I am the manifestation of divine perfection. I am the heartbeat of divine love from on high. I am the power of infinite love and compassion within. I am the flame of love that will sustain all. I am the realization of power of love. I am the externalization of the quality of divine freedom. I am the quality of the infinite peace and manifestation. That's cool. I am the power of tranquility. I am the power of great tides of love and peace, bringing in an end to contamination of discord and despair. I am the renewal of hope in hearts that have no hope. I am the understanding wherever there are ears to hear. I am compassion wherever there are hearts to embrace. I am freedom from the shackles of war and destruction. I am a messenger and an instrument of peace. So that is a peace affirmation from Archangels Uriel and Aurora. It's kind of cool because these prayers were all channeled from divine. So they're very powerful. If anyone wants to look at this book or anything like that, you can kind of just read it and see what prayer kind of hops out to you. And it's like, ooh, let's see what this one does. I love them. They're really good. So I think while we're waiting, I got this really cool new deck of cards. They're called Reconnection Soul. So I've been working a lot with going into the 5D dimensional self. Maureen St. Germain, she has a lot of really good books. She recommended this Reconnection Soul 142 DNA activation cards. So she recommended the book. And of course, I'm like, I'm going to check out these cards and see what they have to say. So let's see. I think we may have a caller coming in. So let's see what's going on, and I'm going to pull a card. I'm ready for a caller whenever. I'm like, woo! Sharon in Chicago, Illinois is ready. Let's go, Sharon.
Hi.
Hi. How are you? Nice to meet you, Sharon.
Nice to meet you. I'm fine.
Anything that you would like me to focus on for this quick reading?
Yeah. I was wondering if a certain guy from my past is going to contact me. He lives far away, and I, in February, sent my number to a friend of his and my email because he said he wanted to be in contact with me, and I have not heard from him.
Okay, was this somebody that you were in a relationship before, or is this somebody that you kind of met online?
It was actually a surgeon that I had to save my life a long time ago. He actually
a person that saved your life a long time ago?
Yeah. And he retired, and he said he wanted to keep in contact with me. He was moving, and I live far away and stuff like that, and he's a good friend, and I miss him.
Okay, so this was a surgeon.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then were you ever in a relationship with him before? Are you trying to be in a relationship with him again, or are you trying to rekindle a friendship?
He referred to it as a relationship. I had seen him through the years and stuff, and he was a friend. He was married, so I didn't want it to go any further. Then he married somebody else, and I think he might be getting a divorce now. So I don't know where it would lead, but I would just like to be in contact with him, because I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
So the last time you reached out to him in February. That's the last time contact you've had with him?
Yeah, and it wasn't with him. It was through a colleague of his who had seen me for the same condition. They said he had retired and moved, and he
Okay.
passed on my information. So I don't know.
Okay. And how long ago? So I feel like there's a couple of things at play here. One, you kind of I feel like this needs to be approached from a friendship point of view, especially if
Mm-hmm.
he is still married and you don't want to kind of get involved in any type of relationship that's going to have karma kickback on you, if you know what I mean. Um,
Yeah.
and I would also open your heart up for other relationships that may want to come forward for you. Because when
Mm-hmm.
we kind of construct our energy and we're holding on hope for somebody who isn't really available, that's going to
Yeah.
restrict your energy from kind of bringing in a relationship that's for your best and highest good, and that's really for your best and highest good for you moving forward, because ultimately we want to have these powerful relationships that's going to connect us with our soulmates, with our twin flames, with our true divine match. And if we're held up with somebody that may be married or not available, that's not really opening you up for kind of a mutual relationship, especially if you got in contact or in February with a colleague and now it's July, so a couple months have gone by. And remember, if he is going through a divorce, that's going to be an emotionally trying time. That's going to be difficult for him and kind of, opening his heart up to you. Does that mean that the door is closed for you and him? No, but it means it may not be the right time. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
I know it's a
I thought.
letdown. I know it's a letdown. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, yeah, I've known him for about 20 years, 20 something years. He's been through a few of them. I never thought anything of it. Just,
Yeah.
he specializes in a very rare condition I have. I've never really found anybody else. I've been through many different surgeons for the same thing, many different specialists in general for aspects of this condition.
Mm-hmm.
So I would actually like, even just to keep in contact for, consultation too. So you
Oh,
have
of
that going
course.
on.
I mean, yeah, like I said, it's not that friendship
Yeah.
is closed, but I would say that romantic relationship, that I would tread lightly.
Yeah.
Like he's been married to multiple partners while you've had a friendship or a kind of relationship with him. And what your guides are coming forward and saying is that you need to put yourself first. All right. You need to put yourself first. And that if you're holding on hope for somebody that really isn't available, that's not putting your needs first. That's almost putting you kind of in the background. And that what they're really coming forward and asking you is that what do you truly desire? What do you truly want in this life? Do you want to have a soulmate relationship? Not with him,
I'd
maybe
like
with
a friendship.
anyone.
Yeah, I would just like to be in contact, right now. I don't even know at this point because I never really thought about it in this way,
Yeah.
or in a relationship. I never wanted to get involved because I'm an ethical person and so
Mhm.
forth. I think he wanted to.
Right.
I'm a bit psychic too. He had reached out to me. I was shocked when I got that, and it turned out the message I got was actually true. I had no idea about
Yeah.
retirement, moving, all this other stuff. And I actually verified it, but I try to respond on it. I think people think I'm a bit nuts, psychic is a bit nuts, but I would like to actually, talk to, him too, and also have my current specialist, be able to contact him too, reach out, ask him a few questions, because what I had was kind of uncharted territory. It's not very common,
Yeah,
and
I
this one
understand.
was also the expert at the field. So, I mean, you just don't want all the doors, closed. It's not just for a relationship part or any of that silliness.
No,
Which
no, no.
never
Yeah, like
happened. But,
I completely understand that. I'm a registered nurse. I run a
yeah,
doctor's office. I understand that when you have a medical
yeah,
condition in which, somebody you can kind of talk to, relate to, that understands what you're going
yeah,
through, especially if it's, like you said, something very rare, because people don't understand when you're in pain, when you're in suffering, when you're dealing with a medical condition. I completely 100% understand that. So do I feel like this is a person that you can have a friendship with? Absolutely. I would say if the last time you've heard from them is in February, or has it been before then, or have you heard from them recently?
It was in 2020 when I was referred to him by his colleague who I'd left my information with because I was dying. And he fixed the problem within 5 minutes. Oh, you just need this antibiotic, and he cleaned it out, and it didn't even hurt. And but you're going to need this, and this specialist for this kind of treatment now. And and I complied and everything else. I should have gone back. I didn't. They called back around November, see how I was doing, see what I had, done, if I did further surgery, and that was that.
So my recommendation to you, Sharon, is if the last time you've heard from them is in 2020, like you said, you reached out to a colleague, I would reach out to them again. I wouldn't necessarily close the door, but I would also get very clear and specific in your heart and in your spirit as to what is it exactly that you want out of this relationship. Is it a friendship? Is it a romantic connection? Is it something like that? Mm-hmm. Your guides are coming forward for you, and they want you to get very clear and specific in what you desire. Open up your heart for what you truly want. What is it that you truly want? Yeah. All right? And then kind of cast that net out. All right?
I want to know also if he even received my contact information.
He may have, but if it's been 2 years, I mean, this isn't even me speaking as an intuitive. I would move on. Yeah. I would move on. So I'm going to wish you best of luck in your journey, and I am going to move on to Deborah in New York. And I wish you the best luck, Sharon, and I hope you get some clarity within, okay? Do we have Deborah?
Yes. Is this Rachel?
Hi, Deborah from Hudson Valley, New York. How can I help you today?
Oh, you know what? I'm actually having the best day ever. It happens to be my birthday.
Happy birthday, Deborah. Best day ever. You have lovely energy coming forward. What is it that I can focus on for you?
Well, and I got the greatest news today. My son, who's in the military, FaceTimes me to let me know he's going to be home for the holidays.
Oh, I can feel your joy. Are you going to be planning anything exciting for when he comes home?
So excited. He'll be home the end of the year. I haven't seen him since March. So I'm looking forward to it.
You are so excited.
Thanks. Anything that you can tell me, you tell me. I have nothing specific to ask.
Can I tell you what angels are coming forward for you, since you got some great news and it's your birthday?
Please. Yes, please.
All right, so I actually have a couple angels that are coming forward for you. I have Archangel Michael. He says that he is always with you and always with your son to protect him. While he's on this journey, he's always walking with him. And I feel like he's always been with you as well, because I feel like he's saying that you pray a lot, and do you talk to the angels a lot?
I actually have a huge statue of him in my bedroom and my living room. And yes, I do every single day.
I love it. He is giving you confirmation that he is always with you. He is always with you. Yeah, and he's always surrounding you with divine light. He is saying that when there are times when you feel like things are heavy, like it can be emotionally draining with your son. He's in the military. I feel like there may be some other things that are going on that may be heavy on you at times, such as I feel like a lot of people go to you and they're always looking for advice, and that can be emotionally heavy.
I'm an empath.
Oh, see, there you go.
And people just automatically.
It's like, Deborah, let me tell you my life story. All right, Deborah.
Stop in my shop. And they can tell me anything and everything. I guess they can read it on my face. I'm an empath.
Well, you have that
I'm
energy
also
about you because you're also like a light worker. So people are naturally drawn to the beautiful energy that you're channeling. So Archangel Michael, he wants you to call on him when there's times that you're feeling that this empath energy can be a little too much. You're like, okay, guys, I've had enough. Call on him. Cut away any hooks, cords, attachments, and send them back, and he will remove those from you, and he'll actually clear up your energetic field, and you won't feel as, because I feel like at times it can be a little tiring, and it can be exhausting. So he is saying, call on me whenever you need, he's saying a little juice of energy, like, and kind of clear that away. You also have Archangel Raphael that's coming forward for you. Now, Archangel Raphael is all about healing. He's about like compassion. And he is saying that he is with you a lot because I feel like when people are attracted to you, like you said, it can kind of, because you're an empath, that energy can get heavy. Does that make sense?
Oh my heavens, you have no idea. If somebody's going through a bad time, I actually feel it in my heart. I get pains in my heart.
So he is there to help heal your heart. And so that feeling doesn't get as weighed down on you. And as, it's almost like if I were to say to you, I broke my arm, not that I did, but like, I feel like you would actually feel the pain of my arm.
I do. I actually do.
Yeah, so he would actually help you. I've been messing with these cards while I'm talking to you, and I'm putting them away. He would actually help you to not feel that pain. So one, you can empathize, but two, you don't have to feel that pain. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So he's there to help you put up a shield. So Archangel Raphael is all about putting up a shield. He's all about like, help me to feel, I understand what you're going through, but I don't have to feel that pain. Are you really connected to animals?
Oh, please. Yes. God, you know me well.
Because you also have Archangel Ariel. She's also coming forward for you. So Archangel Ariel is all about the environment. She's about animals. She's about protecting the environment. She's also about you to help bring about your soul's mission. But I feel like, do you talk to animals and can you sense what the animals are saying back to you?
Well, it's funny. I grew up my whole life with dogs and I love dogs. I was never much of a cat person.
Yeah.
When I moved here, there was a stray cat around my house.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she jumped on my lap and started purring. Well, lo and behold, in the wintertime, we had a horrific ice storm. And I felt terrible for this poor cat, so I let her in the house. And I went out to Walmart to get her food in a litter pan.
You are so sweet. So
I always loved animals from when I was a child. I used to drive my father crazy. I brought home anything and everything in the street.
I love that. So animals are naturally drawn to you. And when you are working with animals and you're feeling this emotional connection to them, I want you to kind of drop into your intuitive senses, like you feel in your body. So when you're like, let's say you have this cat that's purring on your lap, drop into your intuitive senses. Get quiet in your head, because I do feel like you're always going in your mind, like always going.
Never stop.
Try to quiet it down if you can, and you want to kind of tap into that cat. How is it, what is it that you need from me? You know what I mean? And sense what you're getting from, and dogs are stepping up more so than cats. Do you have a dog in spirit that you used to have as a child?
I had a few, yes.
Yeah, so they want you to know that they're still with you. Like they're still with you. So dogs, I feel like, is there 2 or 3 of them, or was there more?
There's 2 that I brought home off the street.
Okay. And are they in heaven now, in spirit?
Oh yeah, I was a child. I was only about 10 or 11 and I'm 61.
Okay.
So this is very old.
Oh, okay. They're coming forward to you to let you know that they're still with you. There's something about
That's amazing.
sitting next to your feet. There's animals that sit next to your feet, and they're always bringing you like healing. It's very interesting. It's like I feel like you're more intuitive than you give yourself credit for.
I know. I actually am. I read tarot. I can't read myself because it's hard to read yourself.
Absolutely. It's always like, Deborah, can you tell me what's going on in my life? And you're like, yeah, sure, Rachel, let me tell you. And I'll be like, okay, thank you.
I smell the dead. I smell my father.
Nice.
I smell them, and they come to me in my dreams. My oldest brother, who's 74, had a stroke last summer. And my dad, he's from my dad's first wife who died when he was 2. She actually came to me in a dream to tell me not to worry. She's watching over him. And when I saw a picture of her, who I dreamt of, it was her. They come to me in my dreams.
You're right. You bring up a very good point. Your past over loved ones, angels, ascended masters, they will come to you in your dreams. And if you ever want to connect to them, like as you're going to sleep, like, come forward to me. I will meet you on the bench. Do you know what I mean? They'll come to you in your dreams and they'll give you messages. So if there's ever anything you want clarification on, or you want, like you said, you read for yourself that maybe sometimes it's like a little murky, then you call on your guides and they'll come forward for you.
I met my guides in my dreams. I met 3 of my spirit guides in my dreams.
I love that. Do you have any Native American guides?
I do. I have a Native American, and I also have, God, I don't know where he's from, but he was chained and shackled because I hear his chains, and I know he's with me. And he wears teeth around his neck.
Do you feel like he's from, I feel like that's Aboriginal. Like, does that feel like, I don't want to say necessarily African, but it feels like it's Aboriginal.
Yes, right. Not African American, but from that area. And I also have a very powerful witch. I also have a very powerful witch from the Byzantine era. She guides me through my candle work.
Okay, with your candle work, I love that. So when you're casting your spells and doing your candle work, do you call on her to come with you to help supercharge your candle work?
I do. I always call upon her, and she's always there. And I am always out of the ordinary. Colors that mean things to other people
don't mean that to you.
Will just pop in my head, and that's the color candle that I'll light.
They're giving you confirmation. That's 100% correct. So this is my question too that they want me to ask you. Do you have your spell book? Like, have you started writing that down? Have you started writing down your spells and whatnot?
I did for a long time, but now that I moved, I really haven't had much time. But I am going to start again, but I do have my own Book of Shadows.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. I was like, I had the Book of Shadows in my head, and I was like, something about Hocus Pocus is also super strong with you. Is Halloween, like, super amazing for you?
Oh, my God, yes. I go to Samhain ceremonies. They're amazing. The energy is so powerful. I can feel myself being lifted off the ground.
Now, I know you're in Hudson Valley. Do you ever go up to Lilydale in Batavia?
No, I just moved here about a year ago. I'm going to start doing things like that. And my husband's aunt, who I met you guys through, she's a numerologist.
I love that. So your guides really want you to get to Lilydale. So I know you go to Salem. Yeah. They really want you to get to Lilydale because it's the largest psychic community in the world. And they're saying that when there's like a prayer stump there that you definitely need to spend time at this prayer stump.
Now, where is it again?
It's in Batavia, New York. It's outside of Buffalo.
Okay, that's really far from here, but maybe I'll take a trip with my daughter. She loves all this stuff, too. I do have one quick question.
Yeah, of course.
Do you see any money coming?
Have you been going through some financial difficulties recently?
No.
No? Are you looking for an inheritance?
Exactly.
Okay, sorry. that question, when I said it out loud, the first one, I was like, that doesn't make sense. But I feel like there's an inheritance coming. Is that something that you're looking for?
I do. I was just wondering when. It's from my oldest brother. He never had children. And he told me that he has something for me, and it's enough to buy a house. But
I feel like there is an inheritance coming forward for you, and I want to say that it's supposed to be coming within the next 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. That's what I was curious about.
Yeah.
But it's very uncomfortable to ask somebody, hey, when are you going to give me that? I want to buy a house. Especially when it's your brother still here, and I want to
I feel like with your candle magic, you can manifest this quicker. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, it most certainly does. My God, you're amazing. My day just keeps getting better and better.
Well, Deborah, I am going to wish you a very, very happy birthday. I want to say you have beautiful energy. I am looking forward to whatever you manifest that's coming up. And I hope you have a great day, okay?
Thank you so much. Many blessings to you.
Same to you. And I just would like to say for everyone, I look forward to seeing you guys all next week. I think next week we're going to be going over books. And you know what? Deborah brings up a good point. Why don't we talk about books that help you with abundance mindset work, with how your thoughts create your reality. I think I can pull together all of those amazing books that have really helped me to be more abundant, and that will also help you to be more abundant. And I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you guys all next week. Take care.